share my castor oil induction story. Like, I know it's a lot of story YouTube about how people induce their labor by drinking castor oil, and I know it's a lot of people that's against drinking castor oil to induce your labor, and I was too. So this is not my first pregnancy. I have a 9-year-old son, and that pregnancy went so smooth. Like that pregnancy was everything. I swear that this pregnancy was just gonna be just like that, and I ain't gonna have no problems. I don't gotta worry about nothing. I think with that pregnancy, I only got sick once, and that's after I ate McDonald's, and I threw that up, and I never ate McDonald's again after that. Um, and I did have placenta previa, and they put me on bed rest for that. And that was it. That the pregnancy, the labor, the delivery, everything. I didn't feel not one contraction. I got my epidural before the contractions kicked in because I was induced. I was like a week or two past my due date, and my doctor induced me with my son 9 years ago. And I just swear that this pregnancy was gonna be just like that, and I was the hell wrong. I was so wrong, so wrong. So this pregnancy was planned. Me and my husband decided like it's now or never. We know we wanted to have another kid. Our son was 8 at the time. Our son was he was 8 at the time. It's like we gotta do it now or we're not doing it because he damn near he do everything for himself now. So it's like now or never because I ain't starting all over. He get to 10 is a wrap, shutting down, no more babies coming out of here, sir. So we decided to go ahead and shoot our shot for another pregnancy. On top of that, we told our son, since he was like 4, he been asking for a sibling. And we just was like, when you 8, baby, when you 8. And his 7th birthday came, and he was like, you know I turn 8 next year, right? You know I turn 8 next year. Where my sibling? And he's like, what the hell? Let's try. So like I said, this pregnancy was planned. So I already knew I was going to be tracking my period and things like that. So when I got pregnant, I wasn't surprised. And I found out that I was pregnant at 3 weeks, actually. Because I knew we was trying. So once the 7-day mark hit for the early detection test, I was taking tests. And then when that test came back positive, it was so light, it was so faint that I could barely see it. Every day for like a month, I was taking tests just to like, I was in shock like that I actually was pregnant. But I don't know why, because I don't know. It's not like I couldn't get pregnant, so I don't know why I was in shock. Probably because it's been so long. It's like, oh my God, I'm about to have another baby. But anywho, so this pregnancy was so much different. The whole first trimester, I was sick as a dog. I was so sick. So sick. So sick. So sick. And then after getting over my sickness, finally the second trimester hit. When I tell y'all, like, soon as I hit my second trimester, probably a day into my second trimester, I start experiencing this hurt and pain. Oh my goodness, I never experienced it in my first pregnancy. Like I said, my first pregnancy was a breeze. I was walking and my pelvic bone just started popping. Each step I took, it would pop, and it hurt so bad. And this was throughout my whole pregnancy, up until the day I decided to induce my labor. Like, it was so painful, and as she grew, it got more painful the bigger the baby got. So I was over that. That was one thing. I did have placenta previa this pregnancy, but they changed it up where they didn't put people on bed rest no more for that. So it went away. It wasn't nothing major. But my second thing, the 2 things that I was like, no, I can't. So my second thing is that I couldn't function being pregnant. My iron levels were okay. They were a little low, but of course I was taking iron pills and stuff like that to correct it. But I would have this thing where every single time I stand up, I couldn't stand up no longer than 5-10 minutes before I started getting really dizzy and lightheaded, and I was felt like I had to pass out. Like when I tell y'all, we would go into stores and like wait in a line. Like we go into the line and I'll be squatting down like this on the ground, like about to pass out because I couldn't stand up, and it was starting to get on my nerves. Like it was really starting to irritate me, and I was telling my doctor about that. Oh well, I don't know what's that about. Like that's not part of pregnancy, and I'm like, well, what the hell is it? Like I never experienced this with my first pregnancy. It gotta be a reason behind this. And I think I had like 3 different doctors that I was seeing in the office, and nobody had answers as to why every time I stood up, I felt like I was going to pass out. I was trying to ride it out as long as I could, being pregnant. And once I got like to the weekly appointments and stuff like that, I was making plans to get this baby out like ASAP. So the one doctor was like, my due date was on the 15th. The one doctor was like, I can induce you. If you're dilated, I'll induce you. I was like, okay, cool. The week I went to the doctor's on the 12th or the 11th. I went to the doctor's on the 12th or the 11th. The doctor that was going to induce me, that's the person who I had my appointment with. But something came up, she had a meeting, and I couldn't see her. So I wound up seeing another doctor who I knew already wasn't going to induce me. She wasn't going to agree to that. But I was like, can you induce me? Dr. So-and-so said that they can induce me. Can you induce me? No, I think we should wait it out. Like, miss, I'm in pain. I can't wait it out any longer. Like, it was so hard for me to walk to that doctor's office that day, being in pain and then being lightheaded. Like, the more further I got into my pregnancy, the quicker the lightheadedness would come and how often it would come. And I was just over this pregnancy. I was over it. And she was like, no, we can't induce you. And I'm like, bitch. Like, bitch. She like, after your due date, a week after that, I can induce you. Well, a week after that, I can't do it, miss. I done held out as long as I could. Like, I physically could not do it. I was in so much pain. So much pain. So, I left. April 13th, I dropped my son off at school. I went to the store and I bought some castor oil. And I did like a couple other things, but then I came home like around 12-ish. I drank 2 tablespoons of castor oil. Mind you, I was calling my mom, calling my aunt, calling my mom. My husband was working a double that day. I was like, look, I'm having this baby today. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I'm having this baby today. I could not. My husband, I don't think he was ready. Like, he really wasn't ready. I know he wasn't trying to send no hospital after working a double or whatever like that, but I couldn't. Like, I was being so selfish that day. I was like, everybody was like, don't do it yet, just wait. I'm like, no, I'm not waiting. I don't care. I'm getting this baby out today. She's coming out today. So I drank 2 tablespoons of castor oil. Nothing happened. My mom came to pick me. I think that was like at 10. Then my mom came to, was that at 10? No, it was like 9 something. Okay, 9 something. So then my mom came and came to my house, and we was about to go to the store. So before we went to the store, I did like one or 2 more. No, I did 1 more. Mind y'all, before I decided to drink the castor oil, I did do my research. And I found out by doing my research that there's nothing really different. Like, everything that can happen to you when you're drinking castor oil, besides getting diarrhea, can happen to you if you go past your due date. Like, every single thing that they were saying, like the heart rate dropping, this, that, everything can happen if you go past your due date. So it's like, I'm going past my due date. My due date is on Sunday. This baby ain't coming out. I was 1 centimeter dilated for like 3 weeks. She wasn't coming out. My due date was in 2 days. She wasn't coming out. She wasn't coming out. She wasn't coming out. She wasn't coming out. And if she was, I helped her. I gave her a little push. Mind you, they were saying like if you take castor oil to induce your labor, and if the baby's not ready, the baby's not gonna come. So I was like, the worst case happen is that she don't come. My like everything else, like the risk of getting a C-section, the risk of the baby, you know, um, heart dropping and all this stuff that cause you to get a C-section, and basically can happen if you go past your due date. So I'm like, there's really like this can happen to me whether I drink castor oil or not. So I was like, well, hell, I'm gonna drink the damn castor oil because I can't do this. I can't be in this pain no more. So I took 3 tablespoons of castor oil altogether. One at like 9, then one again at like one, two. I think it was like one something because me and my mom we left. We went to the store. We went and got something to eat. Then we went to go pick up the kids from school. So it was like one something, 1:30 probably. Um, so I was like, yeah, I'm done. Did it. And I was just waiting. I was like, if this baby don't come, she just being stubborn. Like, mind y'all, 1 o'clock went by, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, my husband was getting off of work, and I asked him to pick me up some readers on his way home. So he picked me up some readers, and then he took my son to football practice. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, nothing happened. When I tell y'all, 7 o'clock hit, all the readers that my husband bought me, I threw up. And then I was sitting on the toilet for like 2 hours straight. I was fucking sitting on the toilet for 2 hours straight, and nothing happened. Nothing happened. I was like, oh, okay, like this is all that's happening. I was having stomach pains, but I took a laxative, so that's kind of what come with having having a laxative, stomach pains. So I didn't think nothing of it. I did not know that I was having contractions. I did not know that I was in labor until like 1 o'clock, and the shit just start coming like every 3 minutes. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? My husband, mind you, was asleep. My son was asleep because he had it was a Friday. It was a Friday, so he didn't have school. But my husband was asleep because he just got off of working a double, then taking my son to football. So he was like so tired, and I was like, I woke, I think like 1:32, 2 o'clock. I called the doctors because my mom was texting me all night. She was like, call them. So I called them and I was like, hey, I think I'm in labor. Like, how long is your contract? They come in like every 3 minutes. Okay, come in, let us check you. I'm like, okay, cool. I woke up my husband like, come on, let's go. Got my kid. We dropped my kid off at my aunt's house and went ahead and went to the hospital. So we got there and we went into the emergency room and they took us up to the triage or whatever like that. And I sat in triage. They hooked me up to the monitor, and it wasn't a nurse that came and checked me. It was somebody else, like an aide or something that came and checked me, I think. But I know it wasn't a nurse. So she came in. They monitored my contractions. Them bitches was coming like this. She came in. She checked. So she was like, "You're 7 centimeters and 80% effaced." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, "Oh my god!" She was like, "Yeah, you're in active labor." All I was worried about is when I'm getting my epidural. And then the blood work came back. The man came. He gave me my epidural. I was so much better. Mind you, before I got my epidural, I was like, my husband, because he just got off a double when he was super tired. Once we got to the room, he went to sleep on the couch. And I'm by myself holding on to the bed, screaming and stuff like that. My mom finally came and she stayed up with me and we let him sleep the whole time. Like, he slept through the epidural, he slept through the check-ins, he slept through everything. He slept up until it was time to push. And there was a lot going on because, so When I got to the hospital, when they put me in the room, my doctors wasn't there. Like nobody who worked in my doctor office was there. It was a doctor that from a different office that I didn't know at all that was on call that night. So mind you, by the time I got up to the room, it was probably like three-ish, three, three, four, or whatever like that. I got my epidural. I was fine, but the doctor was about to leave. I think I don't know what time the shifts is over at the hospital. 6, 7, 8. Whenever she was about to leave in a half an hour. I know when an hour before she was about to leave, she came and she checked me, and I was 8 centimeters dilated, and I still had a little bit to go to get effaced or whatever it's called. I don't know where I get effaced from. I hope that's the term. I can't remember, but she was like, okay, so this is what we want to do. We're gonna give you the pill. I just had it at. They gave me the tablet, that they put in to soften the cervix and help you dilate. What is it called? Pitocin. They gave me Pitocin to help me with the last centimeters that I had to get to the pushing point or whatever like that. And they did have to come in a couple times because they couldn't get a good read on her heart rate because she kept moving and stuff like that. So they had to come in and adjust me, and they put the peanut between my legs to help me dilate or whatever like that. Mind y'all, I was happy. Once I got my epidural, I was so happy. I wasn't feeling them contractions or nothing like that. One of my legs was not numb, so I was scared. I was like, "Bring him back, bring him back. Is this supposed to be like this?" Cause I could feel it. And he like, "You're okay." Like, no, I could feel my leg. Like I could move. I could function my leg. I know when I had my son, I could not move. Like I felt like I was okay because after I had my son, I felt like I was okay to the point where I had to go to the bathroom. So I got up, and the nurses was gonna help me to the bathroom, but I was like, no, I got it. Like I could feel my legs. I feel it. I'm fine. I know I have control over my legs. Yes, I have. So I got up and I walked to the bathroom. Got to the bathroom, went to the bathroom, and I stood up to walk away. Like after I was done in the bathroom and washed my hands, everything, I stood up to walk away, and I passed out. And they all I remember is waking up, and they had them sea salt things under my nose. But I was like, yeah, like is this supposed to feel like this? Like I was scared. Nothing happened to my baby by drinking castor oil. It came time to push, like a half an hour before she was about to leave. She came in and was like, okay, let's go. She checked me. I was good to go. Okay, let's go. I pushed. I think my daughter came out like 3 or 5 pushes. I didn't push long at all. Like she came out quick, and she was bigger than my son. She came out. She was just the pinkest little thing. She came out crying. She was pink. She was good. Like she was good. I didn't have any bad experience by taking castor oil. Um, I teared. I teared a little bit. Now, with my son, I didn't tear at all because he was small. But my daughter, I teared and I got one stitch. And I was like, "That's it, one. Can you give me like 3 of them up there? Cause like everybody be like after you have a baby and you get stitches, it's gonna be like this again." I'm like, "Oh, really?" So I'm like, "Can you give me like 3 stitches?" She was like, "No." No. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, I tried." But yes, I took the castor oil and nothing happened to my daughter. I'm not saying that what I did was right, but what I did was good for me. It worked for me because I could not go any longer in having my daughter. The only thing that I did notice, her first 2 poops was a little runny. But other than that, it was fine. Like the doctors, everything was fine. a healthy baby, like no complications. She was good. She was good or whatever like that. But yeah, she came a day before her due date. So I I drank the castor oil. The first the first time I drank the castor oil was about 9, 10 o'clock on the 13th. Nothing happened until about 6 o'clock that night. And then once it happened, the ball got rolling, and by what time was she born? By five, I think she was born like 5:45. So the doctor had to get off at like 6. By 5:45, she was born on the 14th. So it all worked out. It all worked out for the best. My delivery was hella smooth. Both of my deliveries was so smooth. Like I didn't even feel nothing. I didn't scream or nothing like that. And my aunt be like, "Your deliveries suck." Mind y'all, they wanted me to go natural because everybody in this family went natural, and it's like, okay, good for y'all, but no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. But yeah, so that was my castor oil induction story, and that's what happened when I took castor oil. Now, I'm not telling you guys this for y'all to go out and be like, bitch, I'm taking castor oil to get this baby out. No, I'm not. Do your own research. To each his own. That works for me. I know a lot of people are against it. If I didn't have those complications within my pregnancy, I wouldn't have took castor oil to induce my labor. But something had to give. Something had to give because I couldn't function and I couldn't go another week or two being the way that I was. I knew I knew that she was good because I made it up until her due date, and then she had to come out. Yeah, so that's it. That's my castor oil induction story. Bye. Say bye, Turi. And she don't say nothing.